Hey everybody, it's Renee with Gourmet Food and Wine Tours, and we are here at Oenotri in downtown Napa with Chef Taylor Madden. And we're going to talk to her a little bit about what we do when we bring people in here on our tour. And we usually always do a ravioli, right?
Ravioli or the pesto pasta is a very popular one too, especially when the basil is beautiful and in season.
I love that personally. Yeah. Love my pesto. Basically, the pairing that we have here at Oenotri is going to be dictated by what they are having, what's in season, what they're getting at the farmer's market or the farms, and then we pair it based on that. But what I've been dying to ask you is, how did you get your start?
You know, it's funny, I used to be a three-sport athlete in high school, but that meant that I would eat a lot of food. So I was always cooking, and my mom kind of inspired me by just classic dishes that, you know, they would have growing up. And I ended up graduating high school and going to the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York.
Okay.
And I was lucky enough to be added into the second group that they had out here for the farm to table on the St. Helena campus. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we were a small group, but that gave us the ability to travel with Chef Larry Forgione was our instructor at the time, and you know, just give those connections to other local chefs and other farms. We would work on the farm, and then we would harvest everything and then cook it. Wow. In the restaurant that we had, we would do like 60 covers a night, 2 nights a week. So we got to see the valley, take what was, you know, coming from it, and create our own dishes and menus. So that was really wonderful for me. And then I just ended up loving California in general. Just
where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
And then went to school was in upstate New York, but experiencing just the vast amount of different varietals of wines out here, and a better growing season. It's not as cold out here as it is in New Jersey. Yeah,
for sure. Well, that's great to know about you.
Yeah,
and I'm just imagining you there, and when you said you're working on the farm, that truly was like, it's not just that you got it from the farm, but you're working on the farm. So they had you actually growing it, harvesting it,
learning step to step. It was really farm to table that was expressed, and I think that's just extremely important for any restaurant, is to know where you're getting your food, and what's really going to pair with it. Where is it growing? What is it growing with?
Right.
What goes together grows together. And that inspires a simple, beautiful dish.
Right. And when you think back to your time of doing that, what do you remember? Like, what did you love to grow? What stands out to you in that?
Well, it was fun because we started kind of in the fall, and it was an extended tomato season. So seeing the tomatoes from already being planted to getting to their perfect ripeness, and then we ended up having to pull out the vines at the end, and just seeing what it was going to refresh to the next year was just really interesting. The rotation of what the seasonality was, and when it needed to be planted, and when we could expect it to be able to change the dishes that were inspiring us on the fields.
Okay. Tomatoes. Yeah. I'm still getting my mojo on with the tomatoes because I'm trying to grow them in Nashville. And the growing season isn't as long, and then just different things happen, and I don't know what it is. But
it's the weather differences and the heat,
and they say green forever.
Yeah, and then there's certain varietals that you're like, crazy names. There's thousands of types.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah. It's true. So tell us a little bit about the pairing that we're going to have today, for example.
So we've got our shrimp ravioli that we. I've got some beautiful large shrimps that are coming in from San Francisco, fresh daily, and we're pairing it with a Rugani. So this is a DIC in Italy. Okay. It's a very bright and beautiful. Got some apple notes to it, and it really pairs nicely with the lightness in the tomato broth the tomato stock broth that we pair with it. Okay. But also the char of the shrimp that's added to it. It just kind of cuts that flavor a little bit. And it's a fantastic pairing that we carry here by the glass. So
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And how long have you been at Oenotri?
So when I graduated from the CIA, I moved out here in 2014, and I had a list of places that I wanted to stage at. Oenotri was the first one that I came to, and I kind of just fell in love with the restaurant. The fact that they change their menu so often and all the chefs are just consistently inspired. The owner, Tyler Rohde, has just put a lot of passion into making this restaurant is what it is, and having those people want to come back and see what's new and see what we're doing.
You've been here since 2015?
Well, I left for a little bit and did a couple other things with a couple other restaurants, and then came back almost a year ago.
Okay.
And he sucked me back in.
Oh, good. Hi.
and I've just, it's always been, the place that I really feel that built me as a chef. I think I've learned more here than just in school alone, just because of those constant changes. And being an open kitchen too really changes your perspective on the way you present yourself and the dishes and the people around you.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you
get a lot of compliments at the end of the night, people coming up to the line, which is that's always nice. So.
I love being able to do that.
Yeah.
When you patrons restaurants.
Absolutely.
Now and then. But I wanted to see, what was it about Oenotri that attracted you to want to come here first in your lineup of places that you wanted to be at, and what do you think makes this restaurant the most unique?
Well, I've always been inspired by Italian food, and not the American Italian cuisines that you see a lot, especially in New Jersey. It's like a lot of that.
Yeah.
This is more focused on just like Southern Central seafood, the freshness that we can get, and the more classic flavors that really speak about Italy.
Right.
And it was just something that it felt like a fit.
Yeah.
It just felt right and natural. And I knew it like 20 minutes in. We make our own saloonies here. We've got constant things changing on our wines up at the glass, our classic cocktails as well. Mm-hmm. Always trying to keep everything fresh and local.
Yeah,
I was always very inspired by that farm to table.
Super. And I think it is one of our restaurants that's almost always in the Michelin Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's
definitely.
Yeah,
exactly.
Got a great reputation. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us. Is there anything else you want to say about Oenotri or yourself?
I would just say that, once you come on the tour and, want to come back and visit us, we're always doing fun parties. We've got a lot of just different fun things. We like to cook spit roast out there sometimes and just kind of do more interactive things where people can really see us cooking and see the passion that everybody's got within them that works here.
Very cool. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Absolutely.
Okay. Nice to meet you.